that as much as Emerson Mnangagwa appeared to have a plan, especially 2 weeks ago, when the process of implement. In fact, he appeared to be a plan. I think a month ago. And the plan was to, especially when the 90-day period for the bill to lie in state expired. We saw that there has been a lot of delay. Parliament had to take about a 2 weeks break, and after it took a 2 weeks break, Mnangagwa was seemingly prepared to get this bill done and dusted. And it must be appreciated that Chiwenga is not as weak within ZANU-PF corridors as anyone can anticipate, because this time around he came in another way. And they became hard and strong on Emerson Mnangagwa. And the man hardly speak, but when he just speak, and not directly but indirectly, but precisely, because those whom he is conveying the message to, they hear him loud and clear. They may pretend that they don't, but they hear. And I think that is why we are where we are in Zimbabwe. It's not a win for him at the moment, but it gives him and other comrades ample time to try and tackle Emerson Mnangagwa. On the other hand, I'm quite sure that Emerson Mnangagwa may also be working on a solution to try and outmaneuver the retired General Chiwenga. It's still scary. I must actually, and I don't want to make people to be excited. It's still not clear. There is no clear cut actually winner in this race for Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You know, Jealous Mbizo Mawarwe explained the speech of retired General Chiwenga in an amazing way. I just want to read what he has written, but I'll read everything, but I'm interested when he was explaining the message of Chiwenga, because Chiwenga used the deep language. You know, if you are not sure, some of us we understand street sure, but when it goes deep, you know, sometimes you may be lost. So he says, General Chiwenga's cryptic message at the burial of Mrs. Kalista Chimiri, the sister of Lieutenant General Senyato, drew me back to 1995 when Paul Madabire released Kwakugwa Nekugwe. I hope I got it right. In the song, Madabire laments the recklessness. The persona in the song pursued life and happiness, dating married women, resulting in an inexplicable and incurable ailment that earned him a bulging tummy. General Chiwenga treated on the same message and warning, imploring his audience, which might not have been at the burial. You know, I like this. As much as he was addressing in a funeral, but the message was not necessarily sent to those present at the funeral. The message went beyond those who were present at the funeral, and saying, he continues to say, not to exercise the same foolishness and recklessness in pursuit of life's many glittering entrapments like political power. Now listen to this. I'm interested in the explanation of what Chiwenga said. The imagery of sitting on a spear. So that's what I was asking people to explain this, but they did not explain it clearly. So who is sitting on a spear? In my understanding, I think in this regard, retired General Chiwenga was speaking about Emerson Mnangagwa. and all those who are actually aiding him to implement an illegal bill, that is Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026, that you are sitting on a spear while playing a drum. That meaning of the message, sitting on a spear while playing with a drum, using an axe, depicts some reckless, moronic act that has inexorable effect of cutting short political and mortal existence. You know, to me, that message on its own, and he spoke that message very, very calmly. If you were listening to retired General Chiwenga, the message he spoke, he was very, very calm and precisely and determined in delivering that particular message. Now, he's telling Mnangagwa that you are sitting on a spear. Now, can one sit on a spear? Definitely, one cannot sit on a spear. And two, you are hitting the drum with an axe. Can one hit the drum with an axe? Nobody can actually hit a drum with an axe. So, in simple terms, let me go on and say that was General's message, a warning to those cackled in the infamy of invisibility while clutching to ephemeral levers of power. The result is always forced abortion. Be it of the journey to Gweru or the journey to 2030. He wrote something very deep there. But the message that I was trying to put across is, the confrontational approach used by retired General Chiwenga, that you are playing a drum sitting on a spear and playing that drum with an axe, that where you are sitting and the drum that you are trying to play, you're also destroying the instrument of playing that. The message is, you are sitting in a drum, you are sitting in a dangerous place, and also the noise that you are making, it is destroying the instrument that you are playing. And when you play a drum with an axe, definitely the sound that comes out distorted. So that is what he was saying. And having just said those words, we saw postponement. Remember, I always say there is a lot that is happening behind the scenes that may have propelled Emerson Tambuso. The Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. We cannot say Mnangagwa has given up on it. He said, remember, let the winner wins, which means he accepted that he's in a competition. There are ones that are opposed to him extending his term of office up to 2030. And he by saying let the winner win, he also depicted an imagery of someone who is fighting against those who are actually opposed to it. So it's a fight from both sides, and it's declaring a fight and said, let the person who wins this fight. And it's an attitude of saying, I'm not going to give up on this one. So it's not yet over on dealing with the threats associated with Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. But this breather gives both sides an opportunity to strategize. So it's not there is no clear-cut winner. To be frank, I don't want to be sensational like others and say the bill has been shut down. Mnangagwa still has the numbers. He paid the members of parliament.
We saw there are some generals that appears to have been bought by him. They are in his pocket. And obviously, I'm not saying retired General Chiwenga is also out. In the same place, that Chiman, that Manicaland funeral, there is absolutely high probability that was a meeting similar to the meetings that we have seen at the Precap farm, because also Advocate Tendai Biti was present there, and the numerous generals were actually present there. Remember, sometimes when you meet, if you book a hotel and you are seen going to that particular hotel, the other side may already, like what I'm speaking already, I know the other side is also thinking like me. It remains to be seen whether they have the intelligence like the side of retired General Chiwenga to be aware of what is happening within the camp of Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, of which they have been successful. Now we understand why there was a Precap farm meeting. $300,000 were paid to the members of the National Joint Operation Command, and they were given money. And definitely when you see envelopes, you know that they were paid to protect Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa and allow him to maneuver at this moment. As much as Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 implementation has delayed, but the risk of being implemented still remains. It still remains on the horizon. And also, those who are fighting against it, they have actually notified us that they will give us a signal. Is Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa trying to negotiate at the moment, or is he trying to actually implement another strategy or plan, realizing that the other side looked formidable and was ready to react in case of the implementation of Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. I must say that Mnangagwa and likes of Ziambi, as well as the Speaker of Parliament, they were shaken. If they were not shaken, remember the initial instruction from the last 2 weeks was to get the bill done within a space of less than 5 days. And Ziambi had even proposed that we should drop any other parliamentary business to get this bill done. What is it that stopped them from implementing the plan? It is because of the ongoing discussions, maneuvers behind the scenes. And remember, we were also told that we were also on the other side, it has made it clear to the members of parliament, and we were told that they discovered also some bullets. They were threatened with some bullets. They received messages, and also they were threatened on the day of voting that if you go to parliament and participate in this madness called Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. If you go there at your own risk. When anything happens, don't say you were not warned. And we saw those meetings adjourned before the time that they were supposed to be carried out. Definitely, to me, it gives the vibes of being shaken by the other side and taking it seriously. Of course, we saw the likes of Love Momatuke, the Minister of State Security, also saying the voting was going to go ahead on Friday as planned. But did it go ahead? It did not go ahead because there is a lot that is happening behind the scenes. But it doesn't mean that Mnangagwa has given up. We will be deceiving ourselves if we move with that line of thought. The threat is being delayed. It's a breather for both sides, a breather to re-strategize. Is Mnangagwa redeemable at the moment? I don't think so. He has demonstrated beyond reasonable doubt that he is power hungry. So it's just buying time. It's just buying time, and also is at the moment very dangerous because he understands that time is running out. So we'll wait to see whether next week what will happen. It will be a very, very busy weekend, and as soon as anything comes to our desk, we will be the first one to come and digest it. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqube Mhlabane is signing out. Let me love and leave you.